What's up? Inflatable enthusiast here, and this is the part 2 for the video I just made on the Tinsel snowman. This is now the Tinsel Santa. Like I said in the last video, I believe this came out the same year as the snowman, and my grandparents got them both the same year, so I'm pretty sure they both came out around the same time. I don't know exactly, like I said, what store this one was sold at. Whatever the box was for that one, like I said, it was either Holiday Living or Home Accents Holiday. Whichever one it was either Lowe's or Home Depot. This one was probably the same store, but I don't have any pictures of the box for this one. Even the picture for that box, the snowman, was hard to find. These typically don't show up for sale very often either, and I don't know why. They are pretty rare, but like I said, these are my 2 childhood inflatables. These are what started it all, and even though they're not mine, they're my grandparents'. You know, you've seen my displays. My grandparents live right in front of me. We practically share the same property, so these were just considered both of ours. Like, they belong to the family. So, but these were the first ones we ever had, and this is what started, you know, my love for inflatables and decorating. Once my grandparents got these back in, like I said, 2010, 11, or 12, that's when I started buying, or when my parents started buying some for me. So, yeah, I'm very nostalgic for these designs. I love them both so much. They're both still in great condition. Santa, though, has a YEF 200, and I can't remember why, because I actually didn't even put it on. My grandfather did. We were putting them out a few years ago, and Santa was giving us a hard time. He wasn't inflating super good, I don't think. It's hard to tell when these guys are thinning because they're completely covered in the luxe fuzzy tinsel fabric. But I don't know if he was thinning or not. Like I said, the snowman, I don't think he is. But then again, they're completely covered from head to toe in this fabric, so it's hard to see if the fabric is see-through because this completely covers the inflatable fabric. In case you're wondering how these work, the fabric is not entirely made of the tinsel fabric. This is just put on over the normal inflatable fabric like a coat, but underneath this fabric is the normal nylon fabric that is used like right here. But yeah, I don't know if this guy is thinning out, but my grandpa for some reason just slapped a YEF 200 on him because he was having trouble standing, I think. You can see here, he put like a wooden thing on the base and then like screwed the fan into that. And there is duct tape here because I think it was cracking, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember if he was thinning out or not. All I know is that my grandfather said that he was having trouble standing, so he changed the fan. And I was like, oh, okay then. Well, that's fine. But yeah, so anyways, without further ado, I'll just plug it in. Probably is gonna... Yeah, he inflates insanely fast now with that fan in him. Yep. Alright, I just gotta adjust him real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got him fixed. So here he is. His beard takes a little while to inflate. You can see it slowly making its shape right now. But yeah, he inflates extremely fast. He inflates extremely tight. Like I said, I don't think he was thinning. He was just having trouble standing up, and my grandfather said, all right, screw it. I had an extra YEF 200 lying around, so he took it from me and just put it in here. So, but I'm fine with it. You know, as long as it works perfectly, that's all I care about. And he definitely does. And like I said, with the snowman, the tinsel fabric just looks absolutely immaculate. I love it. I just love the way it looks so much. It looks so nice. Yeah, he really wants to lean back. I hope it doesn't look too bad, but yeah, I'm also talking a little louder because the fan is very loud. So yeah, like I said, red tinsel fabric from front to back, head to toe. I mean, absolutely amazing looking. Gemmy does not do this anymore. You can see the white fabric here. Honestly, I believe the white fabric is thinning because I can kind of feel air coming through it. And you can actually, the camera I don't know if you can tell on camera. You can see Santa's eye through the back of his head. And I believe the C7 that was in his head came undone. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the white part is thinning because I can feel fabric coming. I mean, I can feel air coming through like right here, and you can see all the cracks. So I believe he is thinning, but the red, I believe, is perfectly fine. It's just his head mainly is thinning out, unfortunately. But, you know, still in amazing shape. Like I said, he has a YEF 200, but the blue is not thinning. It still feels and looks nice. There's no air coming through. They did use like a nice velvet ribbon to go around the gift box. I think that's awesome. It's kind of like a weird orange color now, but as you can see underneath it, that's what it originally was. It was more of like a violet red, but it looks so good. Santa's belt buckle is also plastic, which looks amazing. The stitching's coming a little bit loose on the top, but I can fix it if it comes off, so it's not too big a deal. I love the simplicity of the design too. There is a non-tinsel version of this Santa. I don't know if there's a non-tinsel version of that snowman. Mine is very similar. It's almost identical. The only difference on mine is the scarf is different colors. He has no tinsel fabric, and he's holding a candy cane, obviously. But other than that, my snowman is identical. But there is an exact non-tinsel version of this Santa. I don't know which one's more rare or anything, but I love this one because of the tinsel fabric, so. Yeah, but like I said, these are what started it all. I mean, these are both my childhood inflatables, even though I don't own them. My grandparents bought them mainly for us and mainly for, you know, just decorating. So yeah, I love both of these designs. His beard looks nice. He even has tinsel fabric on his mouth. I mean, that's just hilarious to me that they go to that point, but that just shows you how much classic Gemmy cared about detail. I mean, that's just funny. And it's just a tiny little, like, smiley shaped piece of fabric, and they put tinsel on it. It's funny. But yeah, so I'm very nostalgic for both of these designs. I absolutely love them to death. Hopefully I can get many, many more years out of them. I predict that Santa will last me a few more years because he still inflates great. The only thin spots, like I said, is on the back of his head. But the snowman works perfectly fine even with the fan that he comes with. So if he ever starts to wear out, I'll put a 200 on him. I just want to get as many years out of these two as possible. And hopefully if, you know, God forbid they ever thin out, which they will eventually, hopefully I'll be able to find brand new ones online somewhere to replace them. Because I don't ever really want to get rid of these designs because I just love them both so much. And it just brings me back to like Christmas 2012, 2011, like around those times when life was much simpler, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I'm gonna go turn the lights off. I don't think Santa lights up at all, but we'll see. Okay, so here he is. He has one working C7 in him. It's just the one in his body. You can kind of see it there. I want to see if I can tell exactly if the white is thin or not. I feel like I just have to replace the light in his head to tell, but I can feel air passing through. I can see his eye through the back of his head, so it probably is thinning. But, you know, like I said, still inflates super, super tight. He wants to explode, his body especially, so. Anyways, I'll go turn the lights on now. Yeah, so anyways, that'll do it for these two reviews. I hope you enjoyed, you know, a little trip back to the past, for me at least, because like I said, these designs bring me back so much. I love both of them, and it just shows how Gemmy's quality has unfortunately decreased in the past 5-6 years or so, because, you know, they never would make an inflatable like this with tinsel fabric all over it, plastic belt buckles and stuff like that. You know, they just wouldn't do it anymore. It's not like them to do it anymore. But I miss when they would do designs like this. Yeah, he has two tether loops, one right here, and then of course one over here. Yeah, I love both of these. They've been used in every single Christmas display I can remember. So I never want to get rid of these. They're going to be in the display again this year. They're going to be in the same spot. I just don't want to change it because, you know, that's how I remember it being when I was a kid. And the whole thing I'm going for this year is nostalgia. So I'm trying to get as many classic Gemmy inflatables as I can. And by classic, I mean like 2014 or 15 and below. Nothing past 2014 or 15. That's when I believe, or most of us believe in the community, that Gemmy's quality started to go downhill. And pretty much after that point, there hasn't been anything really worthy of a classic inflatable name. So yeah, pretty much my entire display is going to be everything from 2000, anywhere between 2003 and like 2015 or 14. So I'm trying to go for full-on early 2000s Gemmy nostalgia with this display. And these are definitely going to be some of my favorites, just because I grew up with these ones. But yeah, so that'll do it for this review. I just kind of slapped these in here because I actually don't have anything to review right now. I just released my video on the hot air balloon about 2 weeks ago. Trust me, I will have more reviews coming. I just haven't bought anything yet. But yeah, expect more reviews in the next coming weeks. So yeah, that's it. I'm the Inflatable Enthusiast, and I'll see you guys next time.